What's good? So day 17 of this 31-day challenge. And by the way, we're more than halfway through this challenge. And I got to say, thank y'all for tuning in and for supporting. It feels good to actually do a challenge and finish it through this long. I don't think on YouTube I've ever done a challenge this long. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good. So I just want to say thank you for that. But anyway, I'm glad to watch this movie. This one came out of surprise. It's on Netflix. It's called COBWEBs. A movie I'd never heard of before. I just happened to see it. I'm like, what's that? And what really caught my attention was someone that was on the thumbnail, which is Anthony Starr. Anthony Starr, I love as Homelander, and I always wanted to know if he was in other movies, but he's in this one, and it's a horror movie. I'm like, Anthony Starr in a horror movie. Let's see what this is about. I went in not knowing what's going on, and I must say, I am surprised. This movie is really good. Could be 10 out of... Is it that good? I don't know. Well, first, let me just give you a little overview of this movie. So, the movie is circling around a kid named Peter. And every night, Peter is dealing with this noise that happens in his room. It's like a little knocking, and then it intensifies as something else. And then every night is something else. And every time he tells his parents are brushing it off, saying that he's just imagining things, there's nothing, and they start getting annoyed about it too. But the more the noise intensifies every night, the more he gets curious. And the more he gets curious, the more he unravels some secrets that's going on in the house with his parents, stuff that he never knew that was going on around him. And it opens up to some crazy backstory, some crazy performances by the parents. And the kid finds himself in this crazy circle of domestic horror that's going on that he had no idea it was around him. He always knew something was weird with his parents because you could tell the relationship was not, wasn't right. The movie is good at showing you that something's not right, but he never thought it was to this extent. And like I said, it opens up a horror that caught me by surprise. I was like, what? So now the kid has to figure out first, what is the solution to all this, and two, how can I get out of it? And that's the base story overview. I don't want to spoil too much because just like how I went in here surprised, I want y'all to be surprised with what is unraveled, what is going on, what is that noise behind the wall, what is wrong with the parents. It's a lot in here, but it's done very well. I ain't gonna front. The first, second, and third part of this movie was done well. It was no part where I was sitting there like, all right, can we get to the meat and potatoes here? No, I was intrigued at the beginning when you're learning more about Peter and his family, his relationship in school, like his substitute teacher has a big deal in this movie as well. You learn more about them, to his household business, to the noise in the background, to what is the noise, and then what is going on with the parents. What's going on here? The whole situation was written, directed, and acted perfectly, in my opinion. And I want to give a shout out to that when it comes to the acting, because the kid is played by Woody Norman. Okay, he's 16 now, but the movie came out in so it was 2 years ago. So he was 4. He did really good. The movie was based around him, so he had to carry most of it. And his performance was done very well. But Anthony Starr and Lizzie Kaplan played the parents, and I'm a fan of both of them. Lizzie Kaplan is a great actress, and she played this very uneasy, over-the-top Karen of a mother, and she did that so well. Very terrifying with the eyes. And the husband, played by Anthony Starr, he did well. Like, I will put it to you this way: he did well in playing a good father. I'm sorry, he did well in playing a crazy man who's wearing a mask of a good father. Like, you see some moments in this movie, you're like, oh, there's Homelander. There it is. There, where he's smiling, and this guy's not meant to be played with. He does that very well. I love Anthony Starr, but in this movie, as he's trying to approach people as this good father, he does that very well, and to just snap into a Homelander attitude back and forth, I think was beautiful to see. It's not a lot of jump scares and, terrifying, something's around the corner, you turn around, it's in your face. It's not much of that. So I'm just going to let you know now, if you want to go in to see something that's crazy jump scares and, something jumping in your face all day, it's not. What's terrifying about it is the fact that this kid is stuck in this house and there's one thing after another surrounding him, and how is he going to get out? You have these crazy parents in your house, and the parents get crazier the more he starts unraveling the secrets that's going on. Then you got this noise that's going in the wall. Sometimes it's knocking, and sometimes it's talking to you, and you're like, "What the heck is this?" Then when you find out when they talk back and forth to each other, the kid and whoever's behind the wall, you realize that this individual or this spirit, whatever, you'll find out when you see the movie, is telling the kids something that is crazy. And now the kid either has to believe it or just put it under the rug and just play along with the father and mother. It is really good at keeping that intensifying it. The movie is really good at intensifying it. So I wanted to give a shout out to the director and everything because, yeah, even like I said, the substitute teacher, her playing a concerned teacher, a concerned adult, a concerned parent figure for Peter was done very well. And there was this one scene, I ain't gonna front, there's this one scene where she meets the parents, and it was in broad daylight, and she was just talking about Peter, and she's realizing Peter has been uneasy with school and stuff like that. That was intense. I ain't gonna front. You got that Homelander feel with Anthony Starr. You got the crazy-eyed Karen mother of his wife. I keep forgetting names, but y'all know who I was talking about. And then you got the trying to remain calm and be a caring adult, I should say. Performance by Cleopatra. That whole dynamic with them three was very good, very well acted. But yeah, this is definitely a must see. And when they reveal what is really going on in that house, I ain't gonna front. I was not disappointed in the slightest. It was like, whoa, what the heck? And then I love it. The movie, the writer, whoever wrote this little subplot in here. And usually I'm not a fan of subplots when the movie's already doing well. But this subplot, in addition to what is going on, worked perfectly. In this third act of the movie, something else enters into the house. Someone else, I should say. And I'll let y'all watch it and know what that someone else is. And it made that third act even more entertaining because after you already like, whew, goodness gracious, what in the world is this? After everything is unraveled, then you look to the right and something else is happening. And now that and this is coming together and it makes it this whole entertaining third act. They did a really good job. It was literally like this, going up a mountain. That's how this movie felt. It was starting low, just going up. It was never a dull moment where it was like, all right, I'm getting bored. Oh, there we go. We're going back up. No, this was definitely, go check it out. But anyway, day 17 in the bag. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. See y'all tomorrow.